This video will show you how to install and configure your Salesforce connector. From the Salesforce homepage, go to the top right-hand corner and select the App menu drop-down. You'll then be able to select App Exchange. This will then bring up a list of apps, and you're able to search for the Unleashed app using the search functionality on the top right-hand side of the screen. When you see the search results, you'll be able to see the Unleashed app. You can hover over this and click on More. This will then display the Unleashed app information, and the next step is to click on the green Get It Now button. You can then click on Install in Production. You'll just need to scroll down and then accept some terms and conditions before clicking on Confirm and Install. At this point, it may prompt you to enter your Salesforce credentials if you haven't done so by this point. It will then present you with an opportunity to select which users you would like to install the connector for. For this example, I'm going to install for all my users, so I'll make that selection and then click on Install. It will then ask you to allow third-party access, so you can check that checkbox and then click on Continue. It may take a moment or two to install and grant access to the relevant users, and then you should see an installation complete message, after which you can click on Done. You'll then be able to see that the Unleashed Salesforce connector has been successfully installed. Our next step will be to go into our Unleashed account and get your API credentials. So from Unleashed, you can click on Integration, then Unleashed API Access, and this will display your unique API ID and API key information. Be sure to keep this info at hand, as we'll need to paste that into Salesforce in a moment. Let's get back into Salesforce and click on the plus sign on the top right-hand side of the screen, and then select Unleashed Configuration. This is where you would then have to paste your unique API ID and API key in the fields provided, after which you can click on Save API ID and Key. Once you see the success message at the top of the screen, you know that you've saved those credentials correctly. The next thing we'd like to do is to edit the layout of our opportunities within Salesforce. So go to the Opportunities menu and select any of your existing opportunities. For this example, I'm going to choose Edge SLA. You can then click on the Edit Layout option on the top right-hand side of that opportunity. And even though we are only selecting a particular opportunity to edit, it will definitely apply all these changes to your other opportunities too. So click on Edit Layout and then click on Buttons. You'll then be able to locate the Send to Unleashed button, which you can click and drag into the Custom Button section on the page. You can then click on Fields and then locate the Unleashed Order Status button. And what we'll do is we'll click and drag that into the Opportunity Information section. And by doing this, you'll be able to see whatever the Unleashed order status is when viewing the opportunity within Salesforce. The next field that we can click and drag is the sales order URL. And by doing this, you'd be able to directly link your opportunity to the sales order in Unleashed. Remember to save the changes that you've made. The next thing we want to do is to start importing data from Unleashed. To do this, go to the plus sign at the top of the Salesforce homepage, then click on Unleashed Configuration. We then want to click on the Import Unleashed Data button. This will process and pull data from Unleashed and push it into Salesforce. Do note that this is a manual sync and is not automated, which means that you would need to update your import at regular intervals to keep information current between the two systems. This information includes taxes, salesperson, delivery methods, warehouses, and sales groups. During the import, products are updated and will not duplicate products inside of the price book. You then hope to see a success message appear at the top of the screen, confirming that it has imported that data for you. The next thing we want to do is import our Unleashed customers. So to do that, you can click on the Import Unleashed Customers button. It will try to match the customer name from Unleashed to the account name in Salesforce. Otherwise, it will create a new account. When you click on the Import Customers button, the import will run in the background. Depending on the number of customers you have, it may take a couple of minutes. Once the import of customers is complete, however, you should see a success message appear at the top of your screen. The next step is for us to set up our products. So to do this, you click on the Products menu at the top of your Salesforce page. You can select any one of the products in the list. You can then go ahead and edit the layout. Then we're going to go to the Visualforce page section and locate a button called Product Stock on Hand. You can click and drag the product stock on hand into your description information section. This means that your stock on hand for that product will work directly from your Unleashed account. Remember to then save your change. To set up security permissions for your Salesforce connector, click on Setup on the top right-hand side of your Salesforce homepage. Then, on the left-hand side, click on Manage Users and then Profiles. This will display a list of profiles available to your business, and do note that there could be more than one page of profiles. So you can go ahead and find the relevant profile. I'm going to use Systems Administrator for this example. So go ahead and click on the profile, and then you can scroll down until you find the field level security settings. Now there are two fields that we're going to edit, and the first one we'll start with is the order field. So you can click on View. Then we want to ensure that we enable the correct access. So we'll click on Edit, and then make sure that the Opportunity field has the Read access enabled. Then click on Save. We can then go back to the profile by clicking on Back to Profile. And the next field we want to edit is the Opportunity product. So we can scroll down, click on Opportunity product and View. There are two fields we'll need to update. The first one is Discount. So be sure to click on Edit. Then go to the Discount field and ensure that your Read and Edit access is enabled. The next field is Subtotal, and you want to make sure that your Read access is enabled here. Then click on Save.